Good morning, this is Tamra Chapman, one of the student ministers here at the Franklin Church of God, and I've come to give you a word of encouragement this morning. I want to be reading to you, continuing in Psalms, one of my favorite books of the Bible, and I'm probably going to read my very favorite chapter in the book of Psalms, but we're going to just take a few minutes and break this down and just look at it together, and then hopefully we can leave encouraged. Psalms 139 says this: O Lord, you have searched me, and you have known me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts afar off. You comprehend my path and my lying down, and you are acquainted with all my ways. That to me is so encouraging, because that means that God, you know how I feel. You know everything about me. You know when I sit down. You know when I rise up. You're acquainted with my ways, and you're acquainted with me, and it's okay. You love me in spite of me sometimes. If we continue on to 4 through 6, it says, For there is not a word, O Lord, on my tongue. Behold, before you know it altogether. You have hedged me behind and before, and you have laid your hand upon me. This scripture really sticks out because it says, before there's a word on my tongue, O Lord, you know it. You know, that can be a very scary thought, or that could be a good thought. That God, before I ever say what I'm about to say, God, you already know what I'm going to say. Let me encourage you this morning. What's coming out of your mouth? With all of the circumstances and the things going on right now, it's easy to speak negative. It's easy to get down. It's easy to get discouraged. But let me remind you, before you go off and you spout that, why don't you start speaking the praises of God and start thinking about all the things that God has done for you? Stop looking at the things that have been taken away. Stop looking about the things that are negative necessarily, and begin to speak life. Speak encouragement to yourself. Scripture said David encouraged himself in the Lord. Let me encourage you this morning. Speak life. Speak encouragement. Speak praise. Because remember, before you speak that word, God already knows what you're about to say. If we go on and we look a little farther, verse 7 through 10 says, Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. And if I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and at your right hand shall hold me forever. Think about that. Where can you go? Where can you flee? Where can you hide from his presence? Church, be encouraged this morning. God is with you even now. In the middle of our mess, in the middle of chaos and pandemic, God is still there. There's not a storm that we're going to go through. There's not a mountain that we may face this week or even today as you get ready to start your day that you cannot find the presence of God. David even says, if I make my bed in hell, behold, you, O Lord, you're already there. So no matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're going through, remember, whatever you face this morning, God's already there. And if he's already there, it says he's got his hand on us. And it says that there's nothing that can separate us from his presence. And with his right hand, he shall uphold us. Don't be afraid. He's there with you, holding your hand every step of the way. Reminds me of the old song, Lord, I can't even walk without you holding my hand. No matter what you're dealing with this morning, know he's right there, and he's holding your hand, and he's leading you. We'll continue on just a few more verses. It says, Surely the darkness shall fall on me, and even the night shall be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day, and the darkness and light are both alike to you. No matter how dark the storm, no matter how dark it looks outside, this is all light to him. God knows what he's doing. Hang in there. Don't worry. Scripture says weeping may endure for the night, but joy is going to come in the morning. Be encouraged this morning. Be encouraged. Remember that what's the darkest point is right before the dawn. Hang in there. God's got a plan. Love y'all. Bye-bye.